Welcome back to the Integration Code. I'm so excited to deliver you another juicy episode. This is a space of remembering who you are beneath the noise, for awakening what's been lying dormant, and really returning to yourself again and again. Really awakening and becoming rooted in the pulse of your truth. So, for those of you who are new here, my name is Kaylyn, and today we're going to explore something that so many of us are quietly moving through. Those seasons of feeling lost, disconnected, or even just stuck in our lives. Maybe it shows up for you as a dull ache, this sense that, you're doing all the right things, but somehow something just feels off or out of alignment. Maybe passion feels distant to you. Your intuition feels muted or completely disconnected. Or maybe life has just been feeling really flat, like you're watching yourself move through the motions, living without actually feeling alive inside of it. And that's something I really want to speak into today in particular is this feeling of living but not really being alive. And if that's where you're at right now, I want you to know something. You're not broken. You're simply in the in-between. The sacred pause between who you've been and who you're becoming. So where to dive in today? I've been feeling a little lost myself and really contemplating why this shows up. And when we feel lost, I feel like our first instinct is usually to try to fix it, to analyze, to plan, to think our way out of the fog. But you cannot think your way back into your essence. And when I use the word essence, I'm really talking about that unique expression of your soul, of your divinity, right? That part that makes you one of one. And the reason is because what's lost isn't mental, it's energetic. It's not that you don't know enough, it's that you've drifted too far away from yourself. Somewhere along the way, you began to lose touch with your essence, the quiet hum of aliveness that really lives beneath the noise. You started living from the outside in, adapting, performing, overgiving, instead of from the inside out. And slowly, you begin to abandon pieces of yourself to stay safe, to be loved, to belong, right? And each piece, an expression, a truth, an energy gets tucked away for later. And the problem is, the more of yourself that you leave behind, the more fragmented you become and that you feel. We often talk about trauma as something that happens to us. We believe, it was an event, an experience, a relationship, but it's honestly something so much deeper. Trauma is really what divides us. It's what fragmented our soul. It separates us from our essence, from our truth, our inner pulse of life. And every time something painful happens and we don't have the support to fully feel it or integrate it, a piece of us essentially splinters off or fragments, holding not only the pain, but also our power, our creativity, our vitality. So when you feel stuck, it's not because you're lazy or unmotivated. It's because vital pieces of your energy are still frozen in those old stories, waiting to be seen, to be felt, and to be welcomed back home. And really, this is what shadow work or deep work is the essence of, right? This deep work isn't about fixing yourself. It is about retrieving yourself. It's about calling the scattered parts of your essence back into wholeness, creating safe containers within you and around you where your body feels safe enough to soften, to breathe, to remember. When you slow down, when you listen to your breath, to your body, to your heartbeat, you start to hear something subtle. that quiet pulse of aliveness beneath it all. That's the voice of your soul whispering, I'm still here. I've been waiting. And little by little, through this presence, those lost pieces begin to return. And this happens through movement, through breath, through stillness, through love, through acceptance. Because the body is truly the bridge between the lost self and the true self. It holds the map back to your essence. It knows how to find home. There's this moment in every healing journey when something inside of you starts to kind of flicker again, right? When that light starts to come back. And it's not because you figured it all out, but because you felt it. You feel the spark of life return, that sense of, oh, this is me, right? And from that place, the path begins to unfold. You don't need to see 10 steps ahead. You just need to follow the next right feeling. Then the next, then the next. Healing doesn't come all at once. It reveals itself piece by piece, breath by breath, moment by moment. As you reconnect to your essence, truth starts to reorder itself all around you. Life starts to move again. You begin to remember that alignment isn't about perfection. It's about resonance. It's this feeling where our inner and outer worlds begin moving as one. It's like that synchronistic moment, and I'm sure you guys have all felt that. Feeling lost is not a sign that you've strayed off the path. It's literally part of the path. Because, that sense of disconnection, that ache, that's your inner compass calling you back home. It's your body whispering, something's off, slow down, listen. The compass you've been searching for isn't out there. It's not in another mentor, another book, another ceremony. It's in you. It's within you. It's in your body. It's in your breath. It's in your heart. That's where the pulse of truth lives. That's where alignment begins. That's where momentum returns. And it's not through doing more or pushing harder, but through reconnecting to what's real, what's true for you, right? So if you're in this season right now where everything feels heavy, maybe directionless or unclear, this is your invitation to soften. You don't need to rush to fix it. You don't need to force clarity. You're not behind. You're simply being invited to return to your body, to your breath, to return to the living pulse of aliveness that is you. I want you to really ask yourself a few questions, and maybe if you're into journaling, this would be a great place to pause and grab a notepad. But asking yourself, what parts of me have I left behind? Where have I been performing instead of expressing? Where have I silenced my truth to stay safe? And then begin the slow, sacred work of calling those pieces back home, of calling yourself back. Because the moment you reconnect to your essence, to your soul, is the moment you feel that spark of aliveness in your body again. And you find your direction. You find your rhythm. You find you. And from there, the path unfolds effortlessly, step by step, piece by piece, in perfect time. So right now, what I want you to do is to take a deep breath with me. Maybe placing a hand on your heart. And in this moment, I want you to remind yourself, you're not lost. You're remembering. You're returning to the pulse of life that's always been with you. And that is the beginning of everything. Okay? Hold that. Hold that feeling. I want to just thank you for being here, for walking this path, for remembering with me. And if today's message resonated, please share it with someone who might need to hear it too. And if you feel called to go deeper into this work, you can always explore my one-on-one journeys and my at-home conscious therapy experiences. If you're interested, you can check out my invitation in the show notes. I do 10 sessions of psychedelic therapy at home, and it's life-changing work, y'all. That's all I'll say. So that's my little plug. So until next time, stay awake, stay aligned, and stay so deeply alive. I love you guys. Have a great day.